Tuesday, September 27th, 2016. Maneko 64 here, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. The Bank of England today is going to start buying corporate bonds for the first time ever. It's their latest round of QE, and they're going to be buying 10 billion worth in the next 12 months. And in my opinion, that's basically the Bank of England waging war against savers. And why do I say that? Well, because the Bank of England doesn't earn its money from a productive business. All that Bank of England does is print money out of thin air. They don't have any money. They just type it into a computer. They go into the market and they buy these bonds. You know, that's what they do. If you and I did that, well, we couldn't do that because we're not allowed to create wealth out of thin air. So in my opinion, it's a great crime. Of course, the mainstream media doesn't see it like that. There's an article today in the Financial Times, and the title is, it's under the corporate bond section, BOE to buy corporate debt in latest QE round. Central bank aims to purchase debt from utilities and industries. And I'll go on further. It says the Bank of England will start buying corporate bonds on Tuesday when it launches its latest version of quantitative easing aimed at boosting the private sector. How can they boost the private sector? By actually confiscating wealth from the private individuals, in this case, savers. They're disrupting market signals as well. Interest rates, which are a result of bond prices, interest rates are set by bond prices, should be set in a marketplace where savers and borrowers interact, not a government-controlled monopoly that has the power to actually print money out of thin air. So I'll continue here. The bank will conduct 3 reverse auctions. Notice how the FT uses all these terms, reverse auction, just to confuse the public, to make it seem like it's something like that's, I don't know, that makes sense. Basically, it's just, they're just going to go and buy it. It's not a reverse auction. They're just going to go, I guess they call it that because usually the Bank of England issues debt for the government, and that's called an auction, but now they're buying debt for themselves. But that's the FT. Tuesday's auction focuses on utilities and industries. Individual companies include automaker Rolls-Royce, oil major Royal Dutch Shell, and utilities such as Thames Water. And I continue. However, the corporate bond buying scheme faces a market overshadowed by the much deeper pools of capital in the US and Eurozone, as well as companies that may delay investment plans as they contend with the uncertainty over Britain's future relationship within the EU. So, and I continue here. It says as well, this is from an analyst at Morgan Stanley, Srikanth Sankaran, and he says that one thing to watch out for is what price they have to pay for long-dated corporate bonds. Much of the demand for sterling bonds comes from insurance and pension funds, as they match long-term liabilities with fixed returns from owning long-dated bonds. They will probably seek a higher price in return for selling such paper to the Bank of England. So, and it says here as well, they're not only, it says that they're going to buy debt of companies that make a material contribution to economic activity in the UK. And the FT says, however, the list of eligible bonds includes a sizable and controversial presence of foreign companies' debt, including U.S. technology business Apple and fast food chain McDonald's. So this is quite amazing that Apple has to resort to the Bank of England to make its borrowing cheaper, and McDonald's as well. So the Bank of England is buying McDonald's debt. It's just like amazing. I think it's gonna end in tears one day. It doesn't make sense, and all it does, as the analyst from Morgan Stanley says, it's gonna make it even harder for pension funds to match their liabilities, and their liabilities are, regular payments to the policyholders of the pensions, the people who are retired, who need the income. And the more the Bank of England cheats the private sector by printing money out of thin air and buying those debts, the more the yield and the interest rate in those bonds are going to go down, the less return these pensioners are going to get. So it's a fight. It's a war against savers. And it's pretty amazing. Of course, overnight I was up quite late watching the debate from the US. I don't know. I think the market is trying to say that Clinton won the debate. The Dow was up about 100 points while the debate was going on. You read the headlines. The FT says Forex markets hand debate to Clinton. I think, personally, my view on the debate was that Trump held back. And I guess he's got another 2 debates. And the plus for Hillary Clinton is that I didn't notice her coughing or collapsing. So that was a victory for her. But apart from that, I think we should focus on the markets. Politics will not really affect what markets do. People may say, oh, if Trump wins, this is going to happen, or if Hillary. The markets will do what they have to, in my opinion, in the end of the day. But yeah, there you go. The Bank of England intruding in the private markets, financial markets, corporate bond market, now printing money basically to help big companies finance their activities. If Apple can't, or Thames Water or the National Grid, if they can't finance their operations in a free market, they shouldn't be in business. That's how it should be. So if you enjoy my videos, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And if you like to donate to my channel, I accept Bitcoin, I accept dollars, pounds, any currency. You can pay through PayPal or Patreon, and the links are below in the description for the donations. Take care. Bye.